know this probably isn't the best way to start a monthly vlog, but last month was the blackout. This month our cat has gone to the vets overnight for an infected leg. So I am going to collect him now. Basically, yesterday, Mitz, one of our cats, was yowling. I know that rhymes, but he was pretty much screaming every time he leant on his leg. This was one of his back legs, and he was raising it and making all sorts of noises. So we took him to the vets yesterday, and they said it's definitely infected and it was bleeding a lot and stuff like that. So we've had to keep him in overnight so that he could have the anaesthetic. They're going to shave the back of his leg, see what the problem is, and also x-ray him. Of course, we don't know what the issue is yet. It's 5 in the evening the next day. I finished work quite early anyway, and I thought maybe he'll be ready late afternoon, but it's even later now. So that's fun. On the other hand, I did start a new construction job. I'm still at Wembley, but I'm now going to Highgate, which is a much smaller job. It's much smaller. It's closer as well when travelling to it, and it's only 13 apartments, whereas at Wembley it's 239. So that one's a bit longer. That's why I've been there for so long now, whereas this one will probably only last until some point, maybe next month, and then that'll be it. Well, at least they plan to have the entire job finished for November. But whether our work is done by then, who knows? So we will find out, I'm sure. Bit of an odd way to start the month with all these random updates without even the title sequence being seen. So, yeah, welcome to November.
No, está being someone.
Okay, Mitz.
Did you talk to Leah?
Yeah. Morning all. I thought I'd give you also another update because, I mean, I think at this point in the edit, the title sequence has just come in. But basically, it's about 5 AM. I don't know if I gave much backstory at the beginning now, because it's about 5 AM, so I can't really remember much at the moment. But Mitz on Halloween night, I believe. Was it Halloween night? I think it was. His leg started really hurting him whenever he leant on it, and he was shrieking and making all these noises. We rushed him to the vet. I mean, he fought, not trying to get into that box so we could carry him there. And then basically the next day they kept him overnight, and because they had to do an x-ray and potential surgery, which they ended up doing anyway, both of those. He'd been bitten by another cat, but in such a vicious way that when Mitz had moved and tried to kick away with the leg that had been bitten, the cat's teeth tore open the wound further. So poor old Mitz had an infected leg. But luckily they've been able to completely get rid of all infection. They've got him in stitches, but he is in a cone at the moment. So he's not very happy. I mean, this happened, it's Sunday now. So, and this happened on the Thursday, the 31st. So it's the 3rd at the moment, I believe. He's now getting back to his old self because he's starting to ignore me. The past couple of days, he's been very attentive to me and, you know, following me because I think I'm his only guide now because I'm the one looking after him. But now he's starting to get a little bit huffy with me because he wants to go out, but he can't in that cone until Thursday. And it's Sunday now, so poor guy, he's going to have to deal with this and then he can go out again. You all right, Mitz? Oh, that was noise, if you heard it, was him walking. Mitz. Yeah, he's not happy. In other news, Uncharted Past, as now Volume 2 is now fully recorded. I think we only had episodes 2 and 5 left to record for, and now that they're finished, we're going full steam ahead. I'm about halfway through episode 2 as of last night. I want to try and finish both today, really, because I'm back at work for the rest of the week. I won't have much time. It'd be nice to finish those edits and then finalise it, which should be good. So, yeah. Where's the cat gone now? There he is. Oh, Mitz. Oh. Oh, keeps walking into things, the poor boy. Oh, Mitz. Yes, Mitz, I know. For the past, what feels like a week, I think it's about 5 days, I've been looking after him, and as a result my sleeping pattern is all a bit out of whack because he's waking me up at 5, but I've got all this work going on and going to work, and that lasts late, and so yes, but it's felt like a very long 5 days as a result. I also want to talk to you about some of the editing I've been doing for audios. I've now officially got Time Traveler 2015 edited and finalised as well. It's all done, which is just a mad thought. I think 2015's taken the longest to get done, and that's because we up it every time. When I say up it, I mean, well, like I think I've said this before a lot. I said this about a year ago, and then now we're actually making it, here we are. But each volume follows a particular year, and those years represent each series, because that's how the series was structured back then. So series 1, the visuals I'm talking about here, the visuals of Time Traveler, the visual series, episode 1, what am I talking about? Series 1 was set in 2014, Series 2 was 2015, and Series 3 was 2017. Now we are planning on doing a 2016, which helps bridge the gap. It's funny, because season 1 was quite smooth to film. Season 2 was absolute hell, and Series 3 was okay-ish. It was just a very long shoot. It's funny that so far, because 2014 was actually fairly straightforward. It took about maybe a month or 2 to do. It's straightforward, you know, people getting the lines, editing it, finalising it. But then 2015 has taken me about 6 months. And it seems a bit similar pattern with how season 1 and 2 were originally shot. I can only hope for season 3 before we get to 2017 that things are okay. So yeah. So we're on the coach at the moment.
Yes. Well, so we're on our way to Derby to go to Alan's wedding, and basically we were told about 10 minutes before we got on the coach that there are floods in Derby. So our coach is being diverted to
It's not being diverted, it's just stopping early.
Stopping early at Loughborough. And then we don't know what's happening, because water always wins. That's the ringing you hear is the sound of me going utterly insane. My head hurts. I'm very tired. And this is the last thing we fucking need.
Still ringing.
Connor's writing Time Traveler.
Yeah, I'm writing Time Traveler 2016 at the moment. As I may have mentioned earlier in the vlog, 2015 was finished, and now obviously I've got to start writing something else. Yeah, but I'm going to write this episode, hopefully get some of it done before we get there, but I've now got less time to do it because we get stopped early because of these floods. So that's fun, isn't it?
Hopefully the coach will just go to Derby, or else we're dead.
We're here now. We made it to the hotel. There's Ollie, drinking tea and ironing the shirts. We should probably explain what happened, because I think when we filmed the clip, it was at about 11-ish, half 11.
Yeah.
And it's now 4:30. We got to how do you pronounce it?
Loughborough.
One of those. We got to that place, and the coach just cut off saying that the bus station in Derby was completely flooded. I should probably specify for people watching, and obviously if I decide to watch this, the flood's been all over the news. As a result, the former head sheriff of Derbyshire has died, which is like really shocking anyway. Ollie, you found out a little while ago, didn't you? Mm. And I've only found out a little bit more recently. But it's been pretty bad. But anyway, we got to Derby bus station via another bus, which took us another hour.
Yeah, we had to get a bus from Loughborough.
Yeah. And basically, not flooded. people that we got the coach from were basically lying. We've got to figure out how we're going to get home.
That'll be fine. That's tomorrow's problem.
I mean, I'm getting the feeling I might call soon, just to check what the alternatives are.
That's a good idea.
Just to check that, hey, no buses. You're saying there's no buses or coaches. What do we do? I might have to say we get to Loughborough or something like that and go from there. But anyway, we're going to go into the wedding soonish. It's about 4:30. We're going to go and get something to eat, and then we're going to make our way over there. Spend the evening there, come back here, sleep, wake up in the morning, have breakfast, go back on the coach. Hopefully on the coach. If not, we'll be taking some sort of train. Because, I mean, well, ideally, probably, I don't want to be doing
I'd
that.
imagine if we can't get a coach from Derby, then we'll just pretty much do the same journey we did today, which I would assume is get a bus from Derby to Loughborough and then get the coach from there. That seems to make a lot of sense. But I reckon by tomorrow it will be fine.
Yeah. Well, I'll give a call anyway, just to check. I'm still writing Time Traveler 2016 Episode 1, the trailer for...
I know what happens and you don't yet. Sorry.
The trailer for Trial of Veritas has come out.
It's me.
Yeah, it's Ollie.
Overton Audios presents.
This isn't London.
The temporal coordinates were correct. This grand empire that we see around us, who helped create it?
The modern Roman Empire.
The one and only leader.
The Lord of Truth.
Only one translation existed.
Veritas.
Veritas.
And then that's going to be coming out in a week's time on the 16th. And, well, the actual first episode is bi-weekly.
Do you want to show them our room?
Huh?
Do you want to show them the room?
Oh, the room we're in?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 beds, 2 single beds. Curtains are nice armchair. Nice armchair, the lamp, the TV. We've got the table with the laptop and the mirror. In the mirror is Ollie, and on the side of the mirror with Ollie in is Ollie. And then in the reflection of the mirror is the laptop again.
Brilliant.
I don't know what else to say. Here's Ollie again.
Hello, I'm ironing shirts.
Yes, this is the wardrobe. This is the toilet. Oh look, it's us in the mirror.
Oh, hello again. Yes, hello.
Good. This is the bathroom.
That's nice.
How many episodes will there be in Time Traveler 2016, Shadows?
4,
Oh,
as per usual.
yes, what a surprise.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
what's behind the door behind you? Open it.
I can't really, I mean I can try, but the iron is sort of in the way.
Show us.
A door.
Hashtag room tour. I zoomed in so we didn't see that. Still didn't see it because you turned around and I panned you. There you go. So it's now the morning after. I filmed a couple of clips, obviously, of Alan being carried around and everything. Yeah, we had Jamie stay in our hotel because he missed his last train.
We fell asleep watching Love and Monsters, obviously.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's why, that just happened.
Yeah, and basically,
Jamie's just left to go and get his train back to Manchester, and we've just phoned up National Express to see if the coaches are running from Derby, which they are, because the sun is out and all of the rain has gone.
Yeah.
And there is no rivers in the streets, so...
That's good. Well, we need to go to breakfast. We've got about half an hour left to do it.
But yeah, we just thought we'd say hello. Really.
Hello. We're probably going to do a little bit more on the coach or something like that, maybe. We shall see.
We shall see, but yes, farewell for now.
Farewell. Oliver.
Yeah.
Where are we now?
Hell.
Hello. It's been about 6 days since I filmed anything for this. I've been kind of busy over the week, and so I thought I'd give you a few little updates. Number one, when we were going to be doing the third shoot for Nick's film called Tonight, that's been cancelled tonight, unfortunately. As in tonight. Oh, God. The film called Tonight was supposed to have a third shoot today, this evening, and it's been cancelled and moved to next month due to cast illness, which is fine. If you can't get people to act when they're ill, then it won't sound right. Tomorrow I'm meeting up with Pete. Pete is going to be doing I'm recording some lines with him for some audios. It's been a long while since Pete was in any audios. I think the last audio he was in was actually recorded at the beginning of 2018. And at that point he had expressed saying that he wanted to take a break from acting. Of course, he still said he would be in Waterside season 4, and he was, so technically the break started in August last year, and then I've just kind of had a conversation with him and said, hey, we're working on something which I'm about to tell you about. Do you want to reprise your role for it? I'll meet up with you, etc. All that stuff without me having to chase him up and everything. I'll meet up and then we can have a nice day out as well. So the thing I'm talking about is a time travel related thing. If you have watched the visual series, you'll know that Pete played Noah Crimson in that, who is a big main character. We are now going to be making a special volume set between Time Travel 2015 and Time Travel 2016, and it's called The Final Act. For those of you who are not too familiar with what The Final Act is, it's a group of 4 people. Characters are called Noah Crimson, Agent James Whitfield, Agent Nathan, and Commander Tom Brahm. As I've already said, Pete plays Noah Crimson, and Donald Borgnine plays Agent James Whitfield. These other 2 characters, Agent Nathan and Commander Tom Brahm, are played by Chris Walker-Thompson and Ted Gutteridge, who I think for the most part are going to be reprising their roles. We're almost finished recording on it all. Yeah. If you've watched the visual story, you'll know how it's a sequel and a prequel. But at the same time, if you don't, allow me to explain briefly. It's set after the Series 2 finale, where Leo Simmons, in the Thorncorp explosion, is sent to the future, to the year 2950, where he meets the Final Act before they decided to go on their journey to stop Thorncorp in the first place, going back in time. So that's how it's a sequel. It's a prequel because the main characters who go back in time in the first place haven't thought of it yet. So it's about that. It's all looking good. Tomorrow you'll probably have a clip or 2 of me and Pete or something. Who knows? And maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Foyer. Got a foyer.
Hello everyone. Probably not exactly where you anticipated finding me today, or seeing me, or whatever. Basically, train got home early. My local train station is that away. So yeah. Anytime you see me in London, I'm coming from over there. I'm now walking through the mud. Lovely. But no, I felt like chatting because this has just been a bit of an awkward journey. There we go. Walking on the road, much better. Basically, as a result of awkward journey, I felt like chatting a little bit. I have to keep attention, by the way, if it ever cuts off randomly. It's because I'm checking out for the cars behind me. Because I have to jump out of the road. So, yeah, I'll film it from this angle, actually. That way we can all see cars arriving, if there are to be any. Now I'm in an awkward position because there are cars coming behind me, and I can't really see them anymore, but I can see them right now. Anyway, like I keep trying to say before cars come by. More cars? No, okay. Basically, at the end of last month and the beginning of this month, I said I was supposed to be meeting Steve Evenden for a chat about Shimmer and everything. For those of you who don't remember Shimmer, check 2018's monthly vlog. It will be there. It's a project that I worked on with him. And basically, meeting up with him at the end of this weekend. And then I'm also going to be meeting up with my mum, my nan and my granddad, who I have not seen in about a year. This road's dangerous because as soon as a car flies around in the lights, you're going to see that happen, and probably my reaction is going to cut away to hopefully me alive. But basically, haven't seen my mum, nan and granddad for about a year now. I haven't seen them actually, technically I haven't seen my mum since Christmas Eve last year, and that was because I was hungover. We had organised something, but stupidly, oh god, I'm alive again. Hopefully my step-grandparents show up in their car soon. That's not a car, that's a van. So then once again, at some point or another, I'm now on the grass now, so cars can pass me freely. I hope to get my sentence out, but I haven't seen my mum about a year since Christmas Eve. That was when I had the party at Ollie's and got seriously drunk. Oh my word. Do you know what I find really interesting about walking? This is like a weird video diary now for this walk. From the train station to the road I'm currently on, it's taken me half an hour to walk it. At the moment, by car, it would have taken 2 minutes, not even that. So, I hate this. Anyway, as I was saying, hopefully, before any cars arrive, I haven't seen my mum since Christmas Eve last year. Is that a car? One day, they'll arrive. One day. Hello everyone, my hair's a bit mad today, but I see it as a good thing. It means I've got it, at least. I'm ending the vlog here. It's a little bit earlier. Obviously, this will still be schedule uploaded for coming out on the last day of November. But on the last day of November, I'm in Birmingham for the DW2012 Christmas meal. And whether or not this will be fixed by then, I don't know. But at the time of recording this, there's currently a bit of confusion and doubt about the future of DW 2012 with regards on Luke's side of things. Luke and Meg have been working incredibly hard for years, not really taking a break, always handling everything, and I think very understandably they are in dire need of a break. So at the moment they are taking that break. At the moment of this recording, they're taking the break. Whether or not that's changed, we'll see. But the Christmas meal is still going on because it's a whole universe. You know, it's all different people. Myself, Luke and Meg, Dom, Dan, Anya. You know, it's everyone. And we're still going to meet up, and hopefully things are better then. Or if they are better beforehand, then great as well. But the reason I'm ending this so early is because I'm going to be there and I won't have time to edit or do anything, and I've got work this week, so it's just a bit all over the place, really. But all I can really say on the whole DW 2012 front is that episode 3 of Fractured Timeline has still been shot, as if you watch my monthly vlogs as well, you'll know from last month. I'm still making my audios. You know, I've already got series 3 of Resurrection still coming out currently, as is series 4, which will be coming out soon, next year. As well as that, we've got the spin-offs with other Doctors. So that stuff is already well planned in advance. So it's not like I'm going to be stopping, not at least for another year or two. My point being, though, is Luke and Meg are taking a break. Hopefully if it's going to be a long break, it will be over Christmas, and then when the new year starts, maybe things will be running. But what I'm saying isn't gospel at all, or not the truth or anything. That's just me hoping. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next month. And well, I'm in Birmingham for a bit, and then the last, well, I've definitely got to go now. The last month next month of the year. So I'll see you later.